Welcome back to my Transformers Prime episode reviews. Today, we're taking a look at the episode Regeneration. In this episode, the Autobots and Decepticons battle to secure the Omega Lock, as the victor will revitalize Cybertron and become the savior of the planet. We begin with the humans hanging out with their partners.
I might not be the first human on Cybertron, but I can still be the first human exchange student.
Aww. Okay, dibs on being Miko's teacher when she comes to Cybertron.
You think Starscream's rejoined the cons?
He might have used the Omega keys to buy back Megatron's favor.
Wow, it's almost like you guys watched the last episode. The Autobots go to meet Dreadwing in that misty area that we saw them diverted to in a previous episode. Dreadwing turns over the Forge of Solus Prime, and Optimus once again offers him the chance to join the Autobots.
A shadow of disgrace has been cast upon the Decepticons. It is a cause I no longer wish to be part of. Betraying my kind is not the same as accepting yours.
It seems that Dreadwing now feels that the other Decepticons have become corrupt and no longer believe in the same cause that he once did. Suffice it to say that Dreadwing is not cool with the other Decepticons anymore. The Autobots return home with their new artifact and knowledge of what's currently going on in the Decepticon camp. Bulkhead suggests simply letting the cons revitalize Cybertron for them, but Optimus is quick to point out that Megatron would use this fact for his political advantage.
The leader of the Decepticons will portray himself as our planet's savior and brand all Autobots as war criminals.
The grand deception continues.
Now, this is interesting. What would it be like if the Decepticons revitalized Cybertron and took over as rulers? Aside from the Autobots being cast out or captured, would the general populace actually be at peace under Megatron's rule? Or would absolute power corrupt absolutely?
Megatron's so-called achievement could influence Cybertron for eons to come, poisoning the sparks and minds of its returning citizens.
Yeah, I guess so, Ratchet. I mean, we've seen time and time again throughout human history when the wrong people are in charge, the harmful influences of which are still felt to this day, years, decades, and even centuries later. Can we safely assume that Megatron would be one such negative influence? Optimus points out that the Decepticons are yet to discover the existence of the Omega Lock.
Omega Lock?
Wait, now you lost me.
Come on, guys, the Omega Lock. You remember, from Transformers Cybertron. Are you telling me that you haven't watched the Unicron trilogy yet? Well, you better get on it, because if Armada wins the polls and becomes my next review series, I'm going to be reviewing the whole thing. Optimus gets to work on converting their ground bridge into a space bridge. Back aboard the Nemesis, Dreadwing seeks to avenge his brother.
But I assure you, your twin met his end with great honor!
Which you disgraced by raising him from the dead!
Oh, you know about that.
Sadly, Dreadwing is blasted right through with his own cannon by Megatron. It's a disappointing end for such a great character who I feel could have done a lot more in this series.
I'm okay! Lord Megatron, you have my eternal thanks.
Do not ever make me regret which one of you I spared.
Starscream and Knockout try to determine how to operate the keys.
Well, perhaps if my research hadn't been sidelined by someone's cosmetic surgery, I might be further along right now.
Is installing a T-Cog really considered cosmetic surgery? It's a Cybertronian organ. It may not be completely essential, but what's a transformer that cannot transform? Well, I guess that would be an Action Master, but you get my point. It's not like Starscream got a new paint job, or a bigger nose cone, or higher heels installed.
Oh, just give it here.
Oh, gee, why didn't I think of that?
But when Knockout and Starscream cross keys, they discover the location of the Omega Lock. With their main advantage lost, The Autobots gear up to confront Megatron, with the others each grabbing an item from the vault, and Optimus using the Forge to rebuild the Starsaber.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Ah, great reference to the '86 movie.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Oh, Primus, this whole sequence is so epic. If Optimus had said transform and roll out here, I would have oiled myself. I like how Megatron is leading a parade of Vehicons, with 4 of them holding the Omega Keys. It seems very ceremonial. Megatron is such a drama queen. Meanwhile, somebody forgot to pick up the kids from school.
They seem to be keeping us in the dark a lot lately.
I know, right? It's been a few episodes since we've seen the kids. Back on Cybertron, the Autobots take the Decepticons by surprise. Smokescreen uses his signature weapon, the Phase Shifter. Bumblebee uses the Magnesis Rune to drop a chunk of metal on some Vehicons. Bulkhead uses the Immobilizer on some others. And RC dons the Apex armor. Ooh, Apex RC! Love the new look, girl. It's so your color. But does it come in pink? Finally, Optimus joins the fight too.
I bested your little blade once, and I shall do it again!
Yes, but this is the new and improved Starsaber. What should we call it? The Super Starsaber? The Victory Saber? So the Autobots snag the keys and head off to the Omega Lock, as Smokescreen unleashes a weapon of mass destruction.
The spark extractor!
Wow, I didn't peg the Autobots for the genocidal type. They arrive at the Omega Lock, and it transforms into its active state. But just as they're about to insert the keys, Megatron and company arrive, with their captured human allies.
And if we refuse,
Then I will have no choice but to open the pods. And then we can all watch them instantly perish. Together.
I guess Ratchet should have gone and picked up the kids after all. Well, this was a great episode of Transformers Prime. It was disappointing to see Dreadwing get killed off. He was such a great character. I would have loved to have seen what he would have done in the rest of this episode and upcoming ones. The Autobots getting equipped to take on the Decepticons was epic, as was their fight against them. More of this, please. And of course, the Decepticons having captured the kids can only mean one thing. They finally discovered where the Autobots' base is located, which we'll see more of in the next episode. What about you? What did you think of this episode of Transformers Prime? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you here next time for the Season 2 finale of Transformers Prime, Darkest Hour. See you then!